I'm Chris. That's Tyler. No intro question. Gonna get right into the Browns. Been a very eventful week, I guess. After the eventful weekend, it is nice to have football back here. We're going to open up with this. We'll get to the Shedeur injury. We'll get to the Quinshon Judkins situation. But on the adding dynamic playmakers edition of this, the Browns are signing Isaiah Bond, Texas receiver, fast kid from down there, was once at Alabama, who was going to be a top 3-round pick, I'm pretty sure, until he ran into some legal issues. The Browns need receiver help. They need playmakers outside. Isaiah Bond, in theory, solves that. Tyler, when you saw the news, your first thought was what?
Can't hurt.
Can't hurt. Definitely cannot hurt.
Can't hurt, man. To get any sort of talent or like, I mean, we could say being fast is a skill set, right? That's a skill.
No, absolutely a skill.
Right? So, like, he's fast. And there's always room to add fast to a football team. I don't care what anybody says. Urban Meyer, that's what Urban Meyer, all he got to do is just make his whole team just fast.
Because speed erases mistakes. And here is the Yahoo Sports headline from Andy Backstrom. Undrafted wide receiver Isaiah Bond no longer faces sexual assault charge and announces he has signed with the Browns. So look, I'm not a legal guy. I don't know a ton about the story. I'm choosing not to know a ton about the story, in large part because my moral compass doesn't rely on what these football players do. And look, if there's no charges, there's no charges. And I'll leave that to the Browns to look into. I'll say this, dude. He was really dynamic at Texas last year, like really dynamic. And if it weren't for Matthew Golden, the resurgence last year, he would have been much more famous. But he's a quick twitch monster. I believe he ran a sub 4.4 at the combine. He's 5'11", so not the biggest guy. But here we go. I always say this: the best friends for young quarterbacks on teams are slot receivers, running backs, and tight ends. Be good up the middle. I've held true to that when it comes to Ohio State. I believe that with the Browns. And with Shedeur, if he can hit a guy in stride and this guy can hit a couple home runs and then additionally be the security blanket, you're looking at a gem. And like you said, it can't hurt. Only thing he can do is help. And he's going to be itching to try to prove a lot of people wrong and try to get to a big contract because he is signing as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, I think like I said, it can't hurt. We drafted a fast guy, Anthony Schwartz, and he was horrible. He was.
I think Isaiah Bond is a far better football player.
Yeah, he's a far better player. I mean, you could make the argument that Anthony Schwartz changed the trajectory of the Browns when he stopped running that route and got and then caused the interception, and then Baker Mayfield tackled the player who caught the ball and then tore his labrum.
That did alter history, I'll say.
That definitely altered history. So I think having somebody that's fast on this team can't hurt. I mean, you don't have who's the dude they had last year? He was a smaller guy. He's with the Jets now. Because it's like Jerry Jeudy. I mean, Deontay Johnson has sounded unimpressive at camp, dropping balls. Cedric Tillman is a jag. So it's not like there's a very deep receiver room. So it's just like, bring in somebody that's fast.
And can play the slot. I think the thing about Anthony Schwartz, he was one of those fast guys that wasn't really twitchy side to side. He was more of a straight line speed guy.
He just was like, he only really ran 2 routes. It was like,
he was the go guy.
Or go and stop.
Right, he was the go guy. I think Isaiah Bond can do a lot more of the slot stuff in terms of like someone that Tom Brady would turn into a monster. He wasn't just an outside guy. He could play inside and outside. And obviously he made a couple of big plays against Ohio State, and obviously like that matters. Sticks out to me.
Also, like it's a low risk signing.
Super low risk.
It's not like they're paying him a shit ton of money. If they give him a little bit of money, you come in. You play well, you act right, like it's a win. If you come in and you act like an idiot and get in trouble, then like no harm, no foul. See you later.
Sayonara, we move on. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about the moral compass stuff going on. Obviously, it feels like Browns players have been in the headlines, maybe not for the best reasons. Myles Garrett got a speeding ticket. He seems to be a notorious speeder. He got in an accident a while back, said he was done speeding. People wanted to be a leader, clearly not a leader. Do you care about the Myles Garrett speeding thing? Where you at?
I mean, do I want him to drive 100 miles an hour? No. But like, it's just something that he does. When you buy really expensive, really fast cars, you're going to drive them really fast. So like, it's like somebody that comes and it's like, I can't stop drinking soda. Well, stop buying soda. Like, or I can't stop driving fast. Well, stop buying really fast cars. I don't know what to tell you.
He did vow to slow down. That was, in fact, a lie.
I don't really care. I just, at the end of the day, like, people that are getting upset at Myles Garrett for not being a leader, Myles Garrett has shown you who he is for 8 years.
Yeah.
If you're upset that Myles Garrett's not a leader, that's on you, not on him.
I was hoping this type of story would go away when we started getting more and more football. Obviously, they're doing the joint practices. I saw a really cool rep with Myles Garrett and Lane. Like, we're seeing them on the football field. We've had preseason games. I mean, we've got football going on. So I thought these kind of stories would go away, and the gotcha stories and the gotcha questions by the Cleveland media would go away. But then I remember, it's Cleveland media. It'll never go away. So it'll be here for forever. So
you know what I saw? I saw Philadelphia media members saying that Myles Garrett is ruining practice.
Yeah.
He's literally sacking Jalen Hurts every play, and he's stopping so they can finish the rep. But he's ruining the practice. Like, Myles Garrett, you know what I expect from Myles Garrett? 15 sacks a year and a bunch of TFLs, and that's about it.
Here we go. Question of the day. Question for you. Is Myles Garrett about to have his best year?
I mean, it would be a good time for it. He's just got paid. He's getting his leadership questioned. He's getting how much he really loves football questioned. Did he just sign with the Browns because of the money? Like, there's all these reasons for him to like show everybody like, this is why you paid me.
Are you willing to go on the record with the bold prediction that yes, Myles Garrett is about to have his best year?
Or
is it going to slow down?
What is his? I think at the very minimum, I'm going to get what I always get, which is 15 sacks a year. Right? That's what I always get. Like, would it surprise me if Myles Garrett was like, I'm going to flirt with 20 sacks this year? No. But I think I'm going to get the minimums that I normally get, because like here's a question for you, Chris. Would you ever expect a wide receiver to be a leader?
No. Just real quick, Myles Garrett would break his own sack record with 16.5 for this year.
You know what? I'm going to say he gets 17 sacks this year.
The record breaker.
I'm going on record and say Myles Garrett gives us 17 sacks.
All right.
But like, here's the thing. It's like, is there really a difference between receivers and pass rushers? They're both pretty much singular focused. Like, catch balls, catch touchdowns, sack the quarterback. Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't put them in that diva category.
No, but they only have one job. Like, it's not like they're responsible. It's not like Myles Garrett is responsible for getting the safety lined up properly.
Yeah, I guess where I'll push back is like a receiver gets to break off his route and go do whatever, try to get open. If a defensive end does that, you lose contain and things go all bad. Yeah, so like the gap assignment. But I do hear what you're saying. It's like singular focus. It's like it feels like the most mercenary position on the football field.
Defensively, like, his job is to just go sack the quarterback. He doesn't have the green dot.
Mm-mm.
He's not out there getting the calls and lining people up and checking and like, it's like, and being responsible for everybody else. Like, it's just like, Myles, just go get the quarterback, dog. That's all I need you to do.
I mean, my stance is like, while you would love to have your highest paid players be your leaders, The only players I really care about being my leaders are my center, my quarterback, and my middle linebacker and my safety. Is generally it.
Yeah.
Like I want my leaders to be up the middle. Now, if I pay you a lot of money, then like I would hope you would take the responsibility and maybe grab a young player and like being a leader in your room. In terms of like football
But like
leaders, like
we've seen him do that a ton.
I know, no, this is not an
Yeah.
anti-Myles Garrett thing. I'm being like completely sincere.
No,
Like,
yeah, I'm saying, but I guess what I'm yelling at everybody else. It's like
I was gonna say you got
we've
real
watched-
loud with me there. So I'm like,
we've seen photos, we've seen video of Myles helping guys after practice, helping offensive linemen, helping defensive linemen. He's helped a ton of guys with pass rushing. It's just like, what more do you want this guy to do? Like, you want him to save your life? You want him to
mouth to mouth.
Yeah, it's like, do you want him to like give you the "I have a dream" speech every Sunday? Like, come on, what are we doing?
Yeah, no, that's real. It is funny because there's a lot of news after you play the last football game, and I want to talk about football because football is important. I've had some time to like sleep plenty on the Shedeur Sanders game. Just the more I think about it, the more like impressed I am with him and excited for him. But the bad news, he had a chance to really compound weeks. It looked like he was going to be the starter against Philly, but he has the oblique injury, which it feels like this was going from really, really good for him to now all of a sudden it feels a little bit unlucky on the Shedeur Sanders front.
When you say unlucky, what do you mean by that?
What do I mean by unlucky?
Yeah.
I thought he had a chance to really like show off that it wasn't a fluke and play well and learn and grow and get more football. I think the number one thing for young quarterbacks is to get as many reps as possible, especially in the preseason, because I think that's kind of what carries over, because the more football you see, the more you learn. And until he's at his mental capacity, to just like give him more and more and more. And I think he had a chance to really put away Dillon Gabriel this week if he played.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. There are some people think that like this ruined his chance to compete for a quarterback one.
No, definitely didn't ruin his chance.
Yeah.
It just I thought he had a chance to put Dillon Gabriel away. I thought with one more preseason game, the same way that he played that first one, no one can even say Dillon Gabriel's name in Cleveland. It would have put.
The thing about it too is like Dillon Gabriel's going to go out there. He's going to go play. Barring a setback is what we saw. Barring a setback, Dillon Gabriel's going to play on Saturday. So like Dillon Gabriel now has his chance to either flourish or hang himself.
No, I know, and here's where I'll kind of open up more about the Shedeur thing. If Dillon Gabriel goes out there and doesn't look good, what are you going to hear the Shedeur Sanders haters saying? Oh, well, it's Philly. The Philly's really good. Like, that's a tough Philly team. It's different. But if they both went out there and played against that Philly team and one looked really good next to the other one, all of a sudden we're talking about, oh yeah, like we're putting this thing away.
Well, anybody that says that, like Philly's not playing their guys.
No, they're not. But there is something to on the road in Philly.
I mean, that's
like
fine. If people want to,
there's something to that. Like this,
if
these
people
are
want to push narratives and create narratives that way, then that's fine. But like people can see right through that. I think.
Here's my issue. I feel like people have to see Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel on the football field together, because I want to avoid running the risk of what Cleveland always does quarterback wise, and that's gaslight their fan base.
Yeah,
because that's what they do. Tyler, do they or do they not?
Doing it right now.
You know, I'm saying they gaslight their fan base. How do you sift through gaslighting? With as much information as possible. What presents the most information as possible? Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur going out there together. Is this the end of the Shedeur thing? Absolutely not. He's still going to compete for the starting quarterback job. But it was a chance to shine a bright light on the cookies, and you see your mom's hand and not Santa Claus's hand. We were going to unpack the gaslighting.
Here's my thing is like, I have zero fears that we won't see Shedeur playing start a regular season football game this year.
No, me either. I don't have any.
I have no fear. And personally, like, I think they should start Joe Flacco. They should have Gabriel and Shedeur be his backup. They should cut Kenny Pickett. They should cut Snoop Huntley. Which, when did his name become Snoop, by the way?
I'm not calling that motherfucker Snoop. I don't care.
And lastly, they should send Deshaun Watson to the fucking moon. Okay? I don't like anybody that says like Kenny Pickett has a chance to be their franchise quarterback. In what world? So like it's such an easy transition to go from Flacco to one of these young guys. He's 40. Like, come on. Like he's
No,
40.
we know and agree. Like the easiest transition is
And so
Flacco
it's
to a
like
young guy.
play
Flacco to a young guy.
Flacco 6 games. And like the tough part is the tough, and this is the problem. This is where the root of the Browns problem comes from, is like when we had this discussion last week. The root of the problem for the Browns is their the organization as a whole, between ownership, front office, coaching, is they're not aligned. I think Andrew Berry thinks that he has multiple years to get this right.
I mean, he's
I think,
definitely operating like it.
and I think Jimmy Haslam's like, I need to see improvement. And Kevin Stefanski's like, I need to win football games to keep my job. So what happens if, I can tell you right now, if the Browns are 3-3 or better through the first 6 games, Joe Flacco is going to continue to play. He's going to, because Kevin Stefanski thinks that I believe that he thinks he needs to win. He needs to have more than 5 wins to keep his job.
Well, you know what that means, Tyler? That means nobody trusts anybody.
Correct.
Everyone's walking around. It's the office meme.
This is the problem that the Browns have had. This is what I've said the Browns' problem has been for 26 years, is there's never been alignment from the 3 levels of the organization. Ever. Never. And like that starts with Jimmy Haslam. It always starts at the top. Until Jimmy Haslam can figure out what he wants this franchise to do, where he wants him to go, and accepts how long it takes, it's never going to work. It's like the way that Andrew Berry's moving, the moves that he makes, like you said, it seems like he thinks that he has multiple years to fix this.
Yeah, he's definitely moving. Well, here's the thing. If Shedeur is the right pick, Andrew Berry's going to get multiple years no matter what.
Yes. And like, we can debate that being good or bad.
Dude, I listened to our last show afterwards. You never actually answered the question. Do you want Andrew Berry drafting next year's first round if he's still here? You found a way not to ask it. When I tried to hold your feet to the fire 3 times, you squirted free. If I'm trying to hold one of those little fish, bro, it just shoots out of your hand.
I'm not answering. So quit asking.
All right, fucking Nick Saban. What are you looking for in the Philly game? What do you want to see? Honestly, with that, is Isaiah Bond going to play in that game?
I don't think he can. I mean, unless you're like in the huddle, be like, Isaiah, you're going to run a 5-yard out.
I mean, like walk him through. I mean, shoot, we saw Baker Mayfield sign with the Rams on a Wednesday and play on Sunday in a regular season game.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's a quarterback.
I'm evaluating Dylan Gabriel, man. Like, I got to see
if we see him. I have a sneaking suspicion we're not going to see him out there.
So then who's going to, bro, if he doesn't play, the only available quarterback is Huntley. No. They'll go sign a 7th quarterback. They're going to have to.
You will literally see Pat Cahill jogging out there.
Shit, I might go to Lincoln Financial Field myself.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. If they say you stand in front of the stadium saying I play quarterback, the Browns will pick you up for a preseason game. Get your little $20,000 and hit the road, Jack.
Here's my question: is like, what's wrong with? Is Kenny Pickett hurt? Is he still hurt?
I don't know what Kenny Pickett is,
but like, that's the Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett is
the sign of dysfunction.
Kenny Pickett's the same clog as Nolan Jones is.
Yikes.
Like you are taking up space and providing me nothing.
And nobody really wants you.
Nobody wants you. But like I think Kenny Pickett thinks he's going to be the starting quarterback.
No, he doesn't. You know, he forced his way out of Pittsburgh because he wanted to start just to go to Philly and back him up.
It's just like, I don't know what there is to say. Like, if the Browns if the Browns start Kenny Pickett week 1, I don't even know. I don't know where this team's like going. What's the plan?
I mean, I think I know the plan if they start Kenny Pickett week 1.
What is it?
They don't like anybody in the room, and they're just going to go get a quarterback next year.
Which means that the 2025 draft was a fucking waste, and Andrew Berry needs to be fired.
Unless Mason Graham and Quinshon Judkins are good picks. Because here we go, Tyler. You draft a quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round. What's anybody actually expecting from him? You draft one in the 5th round. What are they actually expecting from him? You get judged. Your rounds 1, 2 guys need to play.
But there was value in the 3rd round.
I agree. But a miss at quarterback with their 3rd round pick is not getting you fired if the first 2 picks are good.
I would be really extremely disappointed. Extremely disappointed.
No, I would too. But at the same time, it's not like it's a 1st round player.
You know who was after Dylan Gabriel?
Who?
Xavier Watts.
I like
That'd
Watts
be pretty
a lot.
cool. That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah,
considering we don't actually have another safety.
No, I know Watts is available, good player.
It's just like, what are we doing?
No, they went in that draft with no plan. But if Dylan Sampson and Quinshon Judkins and Mason Graham are good picks, and that's 3 good picks, it's like, oh yeah, like we had a good draft.
Cody Simon, Lathan Ransom, Jack Sawyer.
I agree with you. But
all would have been players that would contribute.
But if the other 3, Quinshon, Dylan Sampson, Mason Graham, and the Schweitzinger kid, if they're good players, if 3 of the 4 are good players, you're good. It's a good draft.
If they start Kenny Pickett and he stinks, which we all think he stinks, how could anybody have the faith in this regime to get this right?
I don't have the faith in this regime to get it right, but I'm telling you, it would buy them an extra year.
I hate it here, bro.
Just telling you.
The Browns are doing the thing that you say all the time. Is they're trying to be the smartest dudes in the room.
That's what they literally try to be, dude. I'm aware. That's their issue. Quinshon Judkins, we're back in action.
I gotta say, the result of this is just not that surprising to me.
Yeah, this is a hard topic to talk about, though. Just all things considered, it's a weird one to talk about.
I mean, it is, but and I'm not trying to be.
I don't like to talk about it. I just like to talk about it from the stance of football. But this feels like a big enough thing because it's been an ongoing story for the past month.
I don't want to be insensitive when I say this. I don't want to diminish this. I don't want none of this. But in my life, I've never known somebody to hang out with the person that allegedly beat them up for 5 straight days.
After.
Nobody does that. If you beat me up, Chris, I'm not hanging out with you for 5 straight days.
And me and you are boys, and boys fight all the time. Maybe we'll circle back around. But if we get in a fight and I beat you up, I hope you wouldn't.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not hanging out with you. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
And anytime it gets dropped with no repercussions, and now maybe he paid her to go away, and maybe that happened. We'll never know that. But this just seems like somebody that wanted to get paid. And I'm sure that Quinshon has had some moments of anger, and I'm not saying he's never not put his hands on somebody that he shouldn't be. But come on, man. If it quacks like a duck, smells like a duck, talks like a duck, what are we talking about?
I mean, I just hope they give him the Ollie Gordon punishment for this Philly game.
Yeah, make him run. But the thing about it too is he's not actually on the Browns. He has no contract.
Yeah, that's the other hang up. He does not have a contract.
So it's whatever. Listen.
Pastor Trey.
There's been 7 players that Andrew Berry has signed that have allegedly and been dropped or have been confirmed, did the wrongdoings under Andrew Berry. But like at the end of the day, as a fan of the Browns, you cannot get your moral compass. Like your moral compass can't be like, these guys are not heroes. They're not like, not everybody in the world that does cool things is a good human being. They just your football. They just play for your favorite football team.
Did you know in the Roman Empire that they did not let the gladiators live amongst the people?
No. They were crazy.
Because you have to go to a certain place to do certain things.
Yeah. This is a very happy example. But like when I watched my wife give birth to our 2 children, she went to a place that I didn't know that she could go to. She did it like she went to a place and endured something that I didn't think she was capable of doing, and she did it. That's just human nature. So like these guys that go out and play football.
That was the craziest example ever.
I'm just like, it's the only thing I can think of to explain. Like,
no, I know what you're getting at. It's just a crazy example. I got you though.
But like these guys that play football, like these are modern day gladiators. Like George Kittle said, it's like getting into a car crash at 80 miles an hour 100 times in a row in the same day. It's like these guys, they're wired differently. And like there has to be a level of aggression that these guys have to like, and not everybody's like that. I mean, Travis Kelce on the most viewed podcast in the last like decade is like, seems like a very happy guy.
Yeah.
But like there are some guys that like they have to take themselves to a place of like extreme violence to do what they do at such a high level, and sometimes they can't get out of it. And that's a great point. Like the gladiators in the Roman Empire didn't live amongst people because they'd probably just kill everybody.
Yeah, they just weren't allowed because there's just too much going on upstairs. Don't look now. The Guardians had to bring out Cade Smith. Oh, God. Just real quick, as we're kind of
they were up 4 when I turned it off.
Yeah, bases loaded.
They're up 5.
Yeah, they had to bring out Cade Smith because the bases loaded, 2 outs.
Bro, why? This is just so useless.
It's such a headache, huh?
It's 0-2 count, 2 outs.
I know they brought him out for 1 batter, but I'm watching now. Don't spoil it. Would you have rather had Pastor Trey or Quinshon Judkins? Q's a better running back, but Trey looks like a twitch monster.
Pastor Trey actually Pastor Trey?
Hey, honestly, if he did do that, it checks out as a pastor. Anyway, not to go to the dark jokes road. Bro, first kickoff return of his career, housed it. I've been saying for years, dude. I wish Ohio State would put him back there.
With all due respect, I went to a lot of Ohio State football games in the Trey Henderson era. And there's been multiple occasions where Trey's been back there to return to kickoff, and he didn't catch the ball. It would bounce.
I didn't know they ever put him back there.
Oh, yeah. He's been back there. Not a lot, but like I can count on one hand. There's been like, I think I can think of 3 examples where he misjudged the ball. Like,
I am not.
One time it landed in front of him. Like it was just a normal kick. And then like, he just misjudged where it was, like a fly ball. And one time it landed like over him. He was trying to catch it. It landed over him.
He looked like a twitch monster, man, returning his first one in the NFL.
He's never not been a twitch monster.
Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks good when the speed translates in the NFL.
I mean, like hindsight 2020, like, yes, I'd rather have Travion than Quinshon right now. But like there is a reason why we wanted Quinshon more than Travion, because
more complete back.
He's a more complete NFL. He's an NFL running back. And
less injuries and younger.
Although I did say that I think that Travion might have a longer career than Quinshon because he's going to be more that Jahmyr Gibbs, like not necessarily an every down back, but like used in a different way than just running between the tackles.
I just disagree because the injuries, even on limited carries, like he was kind of used as that at Ohio State, and he didn't have a single year where he was healthy,
except for last year.
Yeah, that's literally the only year when he. But I mean, it's just more punishing in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I think Q's gonna have a longer career, and Q's younger. These people don't realize.
Yeah.
Q was 3 and done.
Yeah.
But no, I'm hopeful that Q signs, and I'm hopeful that they get that done.
I've heard a lot of good. I've seen a lot of supposedly Philadelphia won day 1.
Okay.
And the Browns won day 2, but the Browns defense has been a problem for Philly.
Yeah.
Both days.
I mean, everybody, like you said earlier, everybody in Philly's just been raving about.
Yeah, the defensive line is supposedly nasty. Like they're balling out of control. So, maybe this is like 2023 where they play really great defense and they run the shit out of the ball. And I mean, I think the biggest question mark on offense as far as consistency purposes is like this offensive line is old. They're just an old group.
Yeah.
I mean, DeJuan Jones is the only offensive lineman under the age of 30.
He's the young dog. That's actually cracked because 30 usually is like, like in dog years, that's 50.
I mean, Joel Bitonio, Ethan Pochich, Wyatt Teller, and Jack Conklin. All of them. Well, Ethan Pochich is not that old. He doesn't feel that old. But like Bitonio is ancient, Jack Conklin, ancient, and Wyatt Teller is like Wyatt Teller has played offensive line like he isn't afraid to die.
He's going to a place where no one else could go to.
I mean, Wyatt Teller be like on screen passes, he'd be like full dive, full extension, like head spearing into a linebacker.
Yeah. We do have a final score on the Guardians. They wrapped it up. Cade Smith got the one out.
So stupid.
You know what else is going on right now? Just as we keep giving little baseball updates throughout this episode. The Tigers Twins 3-3.
Tigers Twins 3-3. Did the Yankees play tonight?
No, sir.
Did the Red Sox play today?
Nope.
Did the Mariners lost today, right?
I don't know.
I think
that game did go final.
Hold on one second. Mariners lost 5-3 to the Orioles.
Fast.
In the top 9, Tigers are up, 1 out, nobody on.
Yep. I'm just keeping tabs on that game. Later today, because this is going to come out on a Friday, we are going to have Michigan Hammer news. Do you care? You just want it to be over?
I'm so over it, dude.
It's been 1,000. It's been like 1,000 days, I think.
I just like Spiro. Is that his name? Spiro?
Yeah.
Like 6 months ago said Michigan's going to get crushed. And then yesterday he comes out and says they're not going to get anything. I feel like it's flip-flop back and forth like 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, Famo kind of echoed that same thing on McAfee.
That they're going to get crushed or they're not going to get crushed?
They're not going to get crushed. Basically, kind of echoing the Spiro thing. It's funny because Spiro went from not credible, making shit up, Ohio State fan, per Michigan fans, to look at that. He knows. He's reliable.
I just want to mention this. We've gotten to a point now where Michigan fans are not acknowledging that they didn't cheat. They're just acknowledging the level of punishment they're going to get.
Yeah, they're
cheating that they did.
That we're going to get away with it. Is basically it.
But like, here's the thing. It's like, if they do get away with it, meaning they just get this like $14 million fine, which is nothing when they have what's his face, Larry Ellison, like 14 million. Larry Ellison makes $14 million a week.
Yeah, I believe he's the second richest person.
Yeah, so like he doesn't care. He'll just pay it. But like if they just get a fine, like what's stopping somebody else from doing this?
My brother in Christ, just real quick, just the crux of it, you can't do this anymore.
Oh,
We have
because
helmet comms.
yeah, we have helmet comms.
Like this is like
But like, okay, what's stopping somebody from hiring somebody that's really smart with computers and like technology to like listen to the play calling,
nothing.
bugging like, and they get caught. So it's like, oh, we'll just pay this fine. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know, man. It's just like to me, and like, I don't even really want. I don't care about vacating games. I don't care about that. Like, I know what happened. I don't even care about necessarily about a postseason ban. The thing that would hurt Michigan is the recruiting restrictions and the loss of scholarship.
I don't even think the loss of scholarship hurts them.
But doesn't like you can negative recruit that though.
Yeah, I was talking with Zach today about it, and he was like, here's the way around it. This is where you're going to start seeing if they get it. You're going to start seeing Sharon Moore going to a backup sophomore and a backup junior saying, hey, we'll give you this amount of NIL plus $50,000 if you just pay your way. So we have the number of scholarships we need for the freshman class. And that's how they'll get rid of their 5.
Hmm.
You can't negatively recruit that. I mean, think about it. Like you've been around college athletes. You go into a tight end room. Hey, tight ends, just real quick. We need to make some. We got to make some changes. We got the scholarship restriction from the NCAA. You guys don't know this. If you guys want to volunteer to pay your own way, we will give you the cash for it, and we'll give you an extra $50,000 just so we have that scholarship for a high school kid that we're recruiting. Backup tight end. Fuck yeah, I got you, coach. A little bit extra paperwork. Got to pay it my way. Cool.
I didn't think about that.
Well, that is something that I had never thought of until today. It got kind of brought up to me that's going to be the workaround to it, which is a brilliant idea.
All right. Well, but like the thing about it too is like, I don't think they were ever going to get a multiple year postseason ban.
Yeah,
I don't think that was ever on the table.
I guess I don't know what you wanted, and I don't want to stay on this for too long. Personally, I wanted a single year postseason ban for them, just for the sole fact that I got one of those for some fucking tattoos.
I think the biggest thing for me is I don't want the NCAA to send Michigan into the ether. I want Ryan Day to send them into the ether.
I agree. No, I agree. And
I want Ryan Day to be the one that just lets them know like it's the same reason why it's sort of the same reason why I said I would rather lose to Texas than Penn State, because I want Ryan Day to let Penn State know no matter how good you think you have it, you'll never beat me. And so vice versa, I need Ohio State and Ryan Day to know that I can beat Michigan. Like I can beat them and I can send them on their way and be like, send them back to who they've always been.
Someone brought up a great point to me that maybe the NCAA would have given a hammer if Ohio State would have absolutely stomped them after they stopped cheating. Because then optically it would have looked like, oh shit, they were cheating before and they were winning, and now they can't cheat, and Ryan Day's going crazy on them. I think optically that would have raised the NCAA's eyebrows a little bit more to think, okay, let's go get these games back.
And that's another reason why. And when Michigan beat Ohio State this past season, like we didn't release those episodes because we were still working through some stuff. But like I said, that was the worst loss in the program's history for so many reasons, and that's just another one I can add to it. Like that. Yeah, I want Ryan Day to be the one that sends them back to who they've always been, which is a 9-3, 10-2 football team.
I agree. And I also am a Big Ten guy, and like USC still hasn't recovered from their sanctions. They're still trying to crawl up out of it.
You ride for the Big Ten. I don't ride for the Big Ten.
I ride for us. I think it's really important for us. I think that's important. I think it's important for the conference to be good.
I don't really care.
No, I'm not riding for Michigan, like, but just for the sake of the conference, I don't want them to be bad. But also I'm gonna root against them every game this year.
I've wanted Michigan to lose every football game they've ever played in their entire existence.
Yeah.
Even when they play Alabama or whoever. I don't care.
You rooting for Oklahoma or Michigan?
Oklahoma.
Me too.
I just hate them. I hate Michigan.
That's the only SEC team I'm rooting for. I would love Ryan Day to beat Michigan so bad that Underwood transfers back to LSU.
Like,
but I don't even like talking about it. It's gonna happen today. Yeah. We'll react to it once we get there.
Bro. I'm just so over it. Like, I'm just like, let's just like whatever it is. I want to play football games, bro. I'm tired of it.
Well, dude, the season's about to be here, bro.
I know, and I'm ready for it. Let's just cut the bullshit. Let's go play.
I care about football. Here we go. Some Ohio State news. The offensive line's getting a lot of news here recently. We went into the year. We thought that Ethan Nyanwa was going to be the starting left tackle.
Yep.
Ryan Day speaks about Austin Sareveld like that is his son, and I've only heard him talk about a couple players like that. One of them, Jeremiah Smith. The other one, Justin Fields. He speaks about Austin Sareveld in that group. It looks like he's going to be the left tackle over Ethan Nyanwa. They've got Ethan Nyanwa wrapping at right tackle, but it sounds like he's falling behind the job to Phillip Daniels, who a lot of people thought was going to be a backup this year, but took a significant leap from spring to now. Thoughts on the makeup of the offensive line?
I'm a little surprised about Sareveld. I thought Sareveld was going to play. I just didn't know where. Like, I knew Sareveld was going to be a starting lineman. I just didn't know where.
I thought it was going to be right tackle or right guard.
Same. And I didn't think left tackle was on the table, but it is. So, like, listen, if he's as good as Ryan Day says he is, then, like, yeah, let's do it, dog. Be my left tackle. Go be a first-round draft pick. Great. Let's do it. I'm still surprised. Like, they gave Ethan Nyanwa a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
He has no more eligibility left after this year. Phil Daniels has 3 years of eligibility left. I was like, okay, let's just Ethan Nyanwa was going to play, and Philip Daniels would be your starting right tackle in 2026. No problem. We're all good. Here we are, and it's like Philip Daniels has caught him. My question is I don't personally, I think Tegra is the worst of the 6. Can Phillip Daniels play guard?
Yeah, he can. I think so. But if they feel like he's so much better of a tackle than he's better than Ethan Nyanwa, then I would put him at tackle. Because you know what that does? The 2-year plan. That stops you from having to replace 2 tackles next year, especially if one's good enough to play. And think about how much better that they have to feel like he is for Ryan Day not to play the guy they're giving a bunch of money to, and the growth that is from Ryan Day, which is massive. When in the past, if you get paid a lot, you play a lot.
Yeah. I mean, listen, dog, I don't care. I don't care who plays. I just want them to be big. I want them to be nasty. And I think what's happening, too, if Phillip Daniels does play, you're going to have 4 offensive linemen that are from Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have 4 offensive linemen that are from Ohio, if you have anybody from Ohio, they understand the rivalry game more than anybody else. I don't care how much education they give the boys from Florida or wherever. I don't care how much they try to manufacture that hate. It's different when you're from Ohio and you've lived it and grown up in it your whole life.
100%.
And like when you got 4 dudes, when the guys that are directly involved with setting the tone of the physicality are the ones that understand the rivalry the best, it can only help you.
And all 4 Ohio boys are over 6'5", 315. That also helps.
They're huge.
Huge.
And you told me that Phillip Daniels has equal lefts and rights.
Yes, he was handing out friendly fades, a warrior down there, a scrapper, someone who's a mauler. So they're really, that's how he's won a lot of people over. Like you go in there and you maul Kenyatta Jackson, and then the next play you go and you maul Bo Atkinson. That means something.
Sareveld, Ohio. Luke Montgomery, Ohio. And Luke Montgomery also has a bit of a mean streak in him, too.
Literally offensive lineman bloodlines. Like his dad was a center for Ben Roethlisberger. Like
he said in an interview that he wants to bury dudes in the dirt. Is that what he said?
And laugh and have fun. He said he wants to. That's a psychopath. I love it.
Carson Hinsman's from Wisconsin, which Can't be a bad thing either.
Yeah, 4 Ohio boys and a Wisconsin boy. I don't need my lineman from California. I don't need my lineman from Florida. I don't need my lineman from Texas. Is it nice? Yes. Am I chasing them? No. Go recruit regionally. And you know the example I use, Tyler? Because I know people get fired about 5 stars. If I am the receiver coach at Florida, am I going to spend 10 months chasing a 5-star all everything receiver from California?
No, I'm from Florida. I have all the best receivers are in my backyard.
Thank you. Even if they're not a 5-star, even if it's not a 5-star receiver in your area, you know you've got receivers in the area. I'm not going to spend 10 months chasing a
4-star receiver in Florida is probably a 5-star receiver everywhere else.
100%.
A 4-star linebacker in Georgia is probably a 5-star linebacker everywhere else.
100%.
So it's just like
recruit what you have regionally, recruit what you don't have nationally, right? Like that's what I'm a believer in.
There's a reason why we had to go to Florida to get our receivers. There's a couple of reasons why.
Yeah, but really good in there.
But they're really good is the main thing.
Like, I'm okay with that. And it's like I'm trying to think of what else we see. It's like look, Wisconsin always had great run game. Did they ever have the highest run game like offensive line composite? No. They just went and got the dudes. And I always say this with Zach. Think about what you have to do to be a 5-star offensive lineman. You got to go to all these rivals camps, all these Under Armour, all these camps where guess what they do? They put you in underwear and tell you to go run around.
Yeah. I don't need all that.
Put a pad on.
Go to the farm and work.
Yeah. Let me see your shoes. Let me smell your boots. I'm excited about the offensive line, man. And honestly, it's funny because like offensive line naturally, like in football, you know this. You worry about them because you worry about how things are going to look because it's a hard position to make sure you have all 5 guys ready. It feels like Ohio State has 6 starters, and I hate to say this, but someone's going to get hurt. Just how it works.
Yeah, someone's going to get hurt, and if Philip Daniels is capable of sliding, or we know Austin Searville can play guard.
Yeah.
Like if he needs to slide in and then Ethan Yama can play, like Ethan Yama is going to play a lot of football this year. I don't want him to, but he is going to.
Just the way it goes. Just
100%. So it's just like, it's going to be, I have no concerns. And like I said, I've been saying it, Luke Montgomery is going to be an All-American. I'm convinced of it. He's going to be an All-American guard. It's easier. One, it's easier to be an All-American guard. So he has that going for him. But I think he's just really good.
Ohio State will have a top what offensive line in the Big Ten?
One. One.
Okay, look at you. I said 2. I think they have the number 2 offensive line in the Big Ten.
Behind who?
Penn State.
No. I think when it's all said and done, I will say this. I think Penn State will start the year with a better offensive line. But when it comes down to like the end of the season, when you get to November, I think Ohio State's offensive line will be better.
That's fair. Penn State is older and more talented right now.
Yeah, they play more football.
Guys are a little bit more continuity. And they're about the same size. Like they're going to be really big up front, and they got a good running back duo. And that's part of why those 2 running backs came back because that offensive line's going to maul some people.
Yeah, I think it's.
I think it'll be negligible though.
Yeah, I think. You know what's funny about because I think this year, I think Ohio State and Penn State are going to be so much better than everybody else
in the conference. Dude, I think Penn State's going to mollywop Oregon.
I am starting to think that Oregon is going to like the problem I have with Oregon and like saying they're not going to make the playoff is like their schedule is a joke.
Yeah, I mean they're going to regress obviously, but I think they'll make the playoffs. I hope they make the playoffs.
I mean, I don't see how even if they regress, like their schedule is so bad.
Oh no, I agree, but
so it's like I think they're still gonna I think they're gonna go 11-1, and they're gonna be like kind of a fraudulent 11-1. To be honest with you,
I mean they could be like Indiana last year.
Yeah,
but I'm fine. I mean the SEC been getting off of that for forever. So I also think
who do you think the 4th team's gonna be in the Big Ten?
I think it's gonna be Indiana.
You don't believe in Illinois?
I believe in Indiana more than Illinois.
Hmm.
But I'm keeping a really close eye on Washington, and I'm keeping
I just
tab.
think Washington's schedule is too tough.
I know. Yeah, they are tough, but I'm keeping an eye on them, and I'm keeping an eye on Michigan as well.
Fuck them.
Heard that. Guardians, I think they've been putting out some of their playoff lineups here recently. They've put out some pretty good lineups.
Yeah, they've started to kind of hide. They started to put Carlos on the bench
Yeah.
more. CJ Kafis has played first base. Zardo's played first base. And David Fry played tonight against a right-handed pitcher, a really good right-handed pitcher at that. So it's just one of those things where I think they're starting to push the envelope and they're starting to sense the moment that they're in, that they're running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think personally, I think they're chasing. Well, it's logical. They're chasing the division because if they think that if they can get close to the division, they'll catch the wild card.
Yeah.
If you're pushing the envelope to chase Detroit, there's a better chance you'll catch somebody in the wild card just because.
Obviously, you don't want to be in that wild card spot. It's a weird, tough spot to be in.
I think they're going to be a wild card team. I just don't see how.
Are they going to catch the Yankees?
I don't know who they're going to. If I'm saying if they make the playoffs, the Tigers and the Twins are in extra innings. I'm saying that if they do make the playoffs, it'll be as a wild card. I just don't see how. I don't see Detroit. I think Detroit's sliding, but I don't think they can give up six. They're not.
I mean,
give
the
up
fact
6
they're in
games.
extras with the Twins is crazy.
I mean, we just lost 13-4 last night, so I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, but the twin. I mean, like,
we lost the game to the White Sox.
Yeah,
like it happened.
I don't know. This feels crazy. I mean, my Yankees just lost a game to the Twins, but they had their ace on the mound.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where it's like, I just don't see Detroit blowing now. Like Detroit and Cleveland are going to play 6 games against each other in the month of September.
Yep. So you control your own destiny.
And so realistically, you want to be like, if you can get to like 4 games, if you can slim it to 3.5, 4 games going into September, those games are going to be even crazier. But they have to trim it. It can't be 6 games going into September. It has to be like 3.5, 4 games.
Right now, they are a half game back of the Yankees. Their next series is against the Braves. The Yankees' next series is against St. Louis.
Probably very similar teams, would you say? You're more an NL guy than I am.
I think the Braves have like more upside, but they
have better players.
They have better players, but Acuna's hurt.
Acuna's hurt?
Yeah, he was not nervous.
I thought he came back.
He may have. Who knows? Let's see. They just beat the Mets.
Everybody's beating the Mets. I think the Mets have lost like 10 games in a row. They got swept by the Guardians. They got swept by the Cubs.
They blew a 7-run lead. No, he's not back yet.
Yeah, I mean, they just got to keep winning. They got to win another series against the Braves. Take 2 out of 3 from the Braves, and they just got to keep stacking series and just keep stacking them. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I mean, let's see here. Let's pull this up real quick, just so I'm correct when I say this.
Yeah, Acuna worked out today in New York and is on his way to Cleveland. Could be activated tomorrow.
So, man, there's a tough stretch. They play the Braves, and then they don't even get an off day. They fly, and they have 3 games in Arizona. So they got to fly to Arizona Sunday night to play Monday night. And then they got 3 against the Rangers. Are the Rangers good?
Yeah. The Rangers have 2 DeGroms.
Yeah. Then the Rangers, they got So they go Braves for 3, Diamondbacks for 3, Rangers for 3. Then they have the Rays coming to town. And then they have the Mariners coming to town. That's how they finish the month of August.
It's kind of tough, actually.
So this stretch, they just kind of have to hold on. See, that's tough, man. Now it makes me think they just need to hold on to where they're at.
The
I mean,
Yankees,
the Diamondbacks have kind of sold the farm, right? They're not very good.
they still fucking hit. Ketel Marte, like they hit.
The Rangers could be based on who you face, who they pitch. I mean, the Rays are
Not good.
not great. And then the Mariners, like that Mariners series is going to be big.
Mariners can really play. The Yankees coming up have St. Louis, Tampa Bay, Boston, and then they have Nationals, White Sox. So easy.
Yeah, that's good for them.
Well, that's who you're chasing if you're Cleveland.
But then when they get into the month of September, the Guardians they open with the Red Sox, then they have the Rays again for 4. Then they go Royals, White Sox, Tigers.
Is that in Tampa Bay?
Yeah, that 4-game set's in Tampa Bay.
Load up your lefties.
Yeah, really.
You know about their dimensions.
Yeah.
Shout out the Yankees.
But like to finish the season, they go Royals, White Sox, Tigers, Twins, Tigers, Rangers.
Yeah, the last little bit is tricky. Do you think they'll call up Bazana for the September call-ups?
I want them to call up Parker Messick.
Oh, an arm.
And I want them to put Cantillo in the bullpen. That's what I want them to do. Because I think as much as I want to see Travis Bazana, I don't think Travis Bazana impacts. I think Parker Messick would have a bigger impact on this team this year than Travis Bazana would.
Yeah.
Because Parker Messick is like, he's ready right now. Like Travis Bazana, is Bazana ready right now? I don't know. Parker Messick is, though. I know he is.
Bring him up. Get it going. Did you ever hear me out?
So I went golfing, played 9 holes with my son tonight. He wanted to go golfing. And on the first hole, this isn't really hear me out. This is just story time of me to like.
Story time with Tyler. We can do story time.
So I hit my drive. It's just in the right rough, just off the fairway. Like, but it's very clearly on my hole.
Mm.
Okay. It's on, like, there's a hole next to me, but my ball is clearly on my hole.
Yeah.
I'm driving up. The group coming down the other fairway, the opposite
way
direction, they drive into my hole, pick up my golf ball, look around, and then leave with my golf ball.
They thought it was theirs, or were they stealing?
They thought it was theirs.
Oh, no. Honestly, I don't know how golf works. I feel like that would happen a lot.
First of all, it was very clearly on my hole. But, like, I'm driving right at them.
Did you say, hey?
I was like, yo, what are you doing? And they didn't hear me. They just drove away.
That would drive me crazy. That would drive me crazy, dude. That would drive me crazy.
I'm like, I'm a little bit of a golf snob because I'm, like, good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a good golfer. I'm a scratch golfer. Like, I play a premium golf ball. Each one of my golf balls is $4.50.
Are they really?
I pay $55 for a dozen golf balls because I play with a premium ball.
That shit is fried.
Like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah, that shit is fried.
Why do you gotta, like, what? Go to your own hole. It's just, I just question people's intelligence, man. Also, cherry Coke is better than regular Coke.
100%. Vanilla Coke's better than cherry Coke, though.
I just haven't had a vanilla Coke in a long time.
I offered you a vanilla Pepsi at my house one time.
Also, little Cokes, little sodas are better than big sodas.
Right, it's just because you're supposed to drink alcohol with them.
No, it's because this is the perfect amount of soda.
What about these joints? You know about the little waters?
Those are good too.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why little stuff is just fun. Pause.
But like, this is perfectly fine. 7.5 ounces.
I think that once a year at the workplace should be wear your pajamas to work day. Because I think you can learn a lot about a person based on what they decide to sleep in. That's it.
Some people see, that's such a wide, like, you're asking to find out too much about people.
I want to know about you, Susan.
No, you don't.
And not in that kind of way.
Some people you don't want to know about.
I think I want to know.
It's like when people say they don't want to meet their heroes. Do I really want to know that about you?
I want to meet my heroes.
There's some people that sleep butt-ass naked. People do that. People,
you know what?
legitimate. I know people that do that.
But also, like, pajama design matters. You know how I sleep? I go for the, I'm like a Squidward sleeper.
What?
You know,
What does that mean?
SpongeBob, like shirt on, no pants. It's like that's Tyler. I'm Chris.
No.